Hey everyone, it's your personal trainer, Coach Kozak.
And I'm Claudia, and this is a hip workout to improve strength and mobility.
This workout is broken up into two parts. First, we're going to do some hip stretches to improve your flexibility, followed up by some hip strengthening exercises.
There's no equipment required for this routine, but you may want to use a mat for comfort.
I'm going to be doing the standard variations.
And follow me for those modifications.
All right, let's begin. We're going to the floor to start. We're going to lie down on our back and we're going to do a lying hip rotation. So go ahead and set that left foot down on the ground. Bring your opposite foot up with your right leg. We're going to take that right hip through the full range of dynamic motion. So we're going to press gently on that knee every time. And every time you can get just a little bit more range of motion. So again, we're going through this 10 times. And throughout all of these movements today, your range of motion may not be what ours is. That's okay. Make it your own. And that 10th time, let's hold. Now hold and press. Feel that hip stretch. And on all these stretches today, I want you to take it to about 85%. So don't take it to the point where it's starting to hurt or stress you, but instead where it just feels like a good stretch. We're holding this for 15 seconds. So let's go 3, 2, 1, and done. Okay, let's switch. Bring that opposite foot up. And again, we're going to go through that dynamic range of motion 10 times. If there's any nerves or tendons that are stuck in your hip, this is a good one to loosen them up. Good. Taking it through that full range of motion. Nice and controlled, nice and easy 10 times. Breathing throughout. Good. Going a little further every time. 2, 1, and on this last one, and hold. Good. If you need to, you can grab with your opposite side hand and hold this foot in place. And just press. Press on that knee. Feel that hip stretch. Again, aim it for 15 seconds on this one. And we are breathing. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, 0. Excellent. Okay, similar position for the next one. Let's go back to that right leg. We're going to do a figure 4. Bring that right leg up. We're going to reach through your legs, both hands wrapped around that knee. Now we're going to pull this knee into. So on this one, we're not doing the dynamic range of movement. We're just pulling and holding for 15 seconds. Now you might be able to pull it all the way to your chest, or you might be good just right here. Everybody's a little bit different. So again, you make this routine your own for your own capabilities today. Breathe, pull, again, feeling that stretch all through your hips and glutes. And 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right, let's bring that opposite leg up and do the left side. Again, pulling to your chest. Breathe.
Ooh, this side is definitely tighter than my right side.
You know, actually, it is on me too, and you might experience that. That's all right. Going through these, you might experience and figure out a couple spots are tighter than you had anticipated.
Might discover some new things about yourself during this
work. Nothing wrong with that. Let's hold for 3, 2, 1, and 0. All right, good. Next, we're going to work on your piriformis, which is up here, this little foramen which your sciatic nerve runs through, often causes that sciatic nerve pain. So we're going to target that one with this next stretch. Go ahead and kick that leg over, your right leg over your left. We're going to angle that left knee in just a little bit. All right, now we're going to grab that right knee with both hands, and we're going to take it through a dynamic range of movement, but we're pulling that right knee to your left shoulder. So you're pulling it across. So not just back, not just over, but you're pulling it up and across and
up towards your shoulder.
Up towards your shoulder. And again, about 10 times through this range of motion. A little bit more of a stretch every time. Working your way into it. 2, 1, and on this last one, 15-second hold and stretch. Good. You feel that stretch all down your leg and into your glutes, maybe a little bit into your back. That's all right. That's how we know it's working. Loosening it up. Putting in the work today so that we can feel those results tomorrow. Let's hold for 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Okay. Gently come back. And let's switch it up. Let's do the opposite side now. Again, I'm going to angle that right knee in. Now my left leg goes over. And let me pull this left knee to my right shoulder. You might find on some of these that you're more flexible than us. Some of them you're less flexible, and that's okay. Every body is different. Just about doing our best and getting a little bit better every time you come back and repeat this routine. Good. Nice, controlled breathing throughout. Not using any momentum on this range of motion. Now, let's go last one. And let's hold. Pull back. 15 seconds. Feel that stretch. Good. Again, taking that stretch to about 85% of what you're capable of, maybe 90, but any more than that, and you're really not doing yourself any good. You're just developing scar tissue at that point. So don't take it to the point where it's really hurting. Let's go 3, 2, 1, and done. 0. Good. Okay, let's sit up for the next one. Next one, we're really going to open up the hips with this next one. We're going to do a butterfly. Claudia's going to do the more classic butterfly move, and I'm going to do a little more advanced move called a traveling butterfly. But either way, we're going to take it through that full range of motion. So I'm going to start with my feet together, legs out straight. I'm going to travel forward and then bring my knees down. Where Claudia is just going to go ahead and stay seated in one position, and then she's going to bring those knees down. Either way, full range of motion, bringing the knees up and down, feeling that stretch in your inner thighs.
Don't hold your breath on this one. Breathe through the movement.
And keep good posture. Good.
Try to bring your heels as close to your body as you possibly can.
And as you work through this move, you should feel yourself already starting to loosen up and getting a little bit more range of motion on your last one than you do on your first. Let's go just one last one. And on this last one, let's go ahead and take it and let's hold. Again, feet are as close to you as you can. A couple different variations of this one. If it's hard for you, you can lean back. If you want a little more of a challenge, you can drive those elbows into your shins and into your knees and press your legs down. And then lastly, you can bring your upper body in towards your legs and press down at the same time. Again, you find in here what's right for you in your current fitness level. Breathe. Let's hold for 5 more seconds. That's a great stretch. I like this one. 2, 1, 0. This one always takes me back to my martial arts days. That was one we always...
Well, this one takes me back to elementary school. So we all have our memories of the butterfly.
All have our flashbacks. Okay, we're going to turn over for the next one. And we're going to do a frog. This one, not one of my favorites. It works really, really well.
Really well.
But man, does it work.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's bring those feet together. Hips are open. Now, up on my hands is going to be the easier version. Down on
which
my
is the version
forearms
I'll be doing.
Is a harder version. Either way, I want you to bring those hips back and then forward. Hips back and forward. Again, working through that range of motion, figuring out what parts need work.
And you may not have that large of a range of motion on this one.
No, you might not.
I especially don't. And that's okay.
Yep, and make it your own. Figure out what your body needs. Good. Bring those hips forward and back. Breathe along the way. Let's go one last one, and then we're going to hold. Bringing those hips down. Open them up. And hips down. Good. Excellent work.
Still trying to keep those feet together down here.
Trying to keep them together, trying to bring those hips down or forward. Good. Let's hold this one for 5 more seconds, guys. You got it. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Excellent. Okay, let's come up for this next one. We're moving into a kneeling lunge and stretch. So I'm going to do a variation where my hands are up, where Claudia is going to support herself with her hands. Very important distinction between the two. I'm going to come up. I'm going to reach across, and I'm going to feel this stretch all down my hip flexor, where Claudia is going to keep her hands on the ground. And what that's going to do is that's going to limit the amount of weight that her body has to support, and that is being stretched, where I'm really giving it everything I got on this one. Good. Feeling that stretch all the way down.
Definitely.
Your side and your hip flexor. And 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Okay, let's switch up. Opposite side now. Again, in that kneeling lunge position. You decide if you want to support yourself with your hands or if you really want to open it up. Now, if you're doing this one where you're upright, be sure not to hyperextend your back, but instead bring your glutes forward as you reach across. And actually go ahead and squeeze those glutes, and it'll really make sure that your hip flexors are stretching. Good. Breathe and hold. Let's do this one for 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and 0. Good. Okay, let's move into a 90-90 position. Different names for this one, but I usually like to go with the 90-90 because it kind of describes the position, right? Which is both knees at a 90-degree angle. And so Claudia is just going to hang out here and make sure and trying her best to get both knees down on the ground. Where I'm going to take it from this position, I'm going to go one step further into a pigeon. So I'm going to bring this foot in, and then I'm going to bring this back leg back. Now here's one variation, a little easier variation, and even harder is go ahead and come down onto these forearms. You decide which one of these 3 is going to be right for you today. Either way, we were feeling that hip stretch, feeling it work. And hold. Good. If you're doing the pigeon variation, make sure that you have your weight over your leg and you don't cheat by bringing it out here. And let's go 3, 2, 1, and 0. Good. Okay. Let's hit that opposite side now. So go ahead and start with that opposite side. 90-90. Good. And again, from here, I'm going to move into that pigeon. So I'm kicking that back leg out behind me, and I'm coming forward just to give you a different angle. Good.
If you're experiencing a little cramping, I'm pretty sure that's normal because
totally normal.
Because this was me yesterday, cramping. So just try to breathe through the movement.
And this is actually the second time that we're shooting this video, because the first time we had a equipment malfunction. Let's hold this for 3 more seconds. 2, 1, 0. Good. So,
and I'm actually feeling more flexible as a result.
That's good.
2 days in a row. It works.
Hey, that speaks to the routine. Okay, we're going to go to our backs. We're going to do a supine butterfly. So let's lie on our backs. Put your feet together. And try your best to get your feet close to your body. They might not be able to. They might be out here, but just do the best you can.
Yep.
And now let's go through this full range of butterfly motion, opening up and closing. Let's do that 10 times. Nice and controlled, nice and easy. Taking your knees down a little further every single time. Good. Nice and controlled breathing. 2, 1. And on this last one, let's drive those knees to the floor. Feel that major stretch. Just isometric hold. That static stretch. If you'd like to, you can use your hands to get just a little extra stretch. If you want to kick it up a notch, you feel comfortable doing so. Good. Let's hold this one for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Good. Okay, we're going to come up onto our knees for the next one into a kneeling hip flexor stretch. So we're going to come up until both knees are on a 90-degree angle. And the first thing we're going to do, you can have your hands on your hip if you'd like. First thing you're going to do is contract both glutes. Now what that's going to do is going to tilt your pelvis in the right direction. So now we can stretch that hip flexor. And the second from this position that you flex those glutes, you might already feel that rectus femoris getting tight and contracting in here. But if you don't quite yet, you need a little extra. Now bring those hips forward. It doesn't take much. Keep your abs tight, contracted, and your glutes contracted. And just come forward. Last thing you want to do is hyperextend your back and arch. Just keep the glute squeezed and rock forward until it tightens. Doesn't take much range of motion on this one.
Not at all. I didn't have to move very far at all to feel it.
A lot of people aren't going to have to move at all. It's just the act of keeping your glutes flexed will do it for you, depending on how tight you are. Let's hold for 2, 1, 0. All right, let's switch it up. Hit that opposite side. And glutes are flexed, abs are flexed. Now, gently come forward. Now for me, my left one's a little tighter. I can already feel probably some repercussions from that run I did a couple days ago.
That'll do it.
It definitely will tighten your hip flexors. This is a great one if you are a runner to loosen them. Good. Holding tight. Keep those glutes tight, abs tight. For 3, 2, 1, and 0. Well done. From the floor, we're doing a straight leg raise. This is a great one to strengthen your hip flexors. Go ahead and get down on the ground. We're lying down with your left foot flat on the ground. Right leg is straight. Now we're going to bring that right leg to a 45-degree angle and back down. So we're taking it through this full range of motion, keeping your leg nice and straight. Probably going to feel a little stretch in your hamstring as well, which is totally okay. We're doing 12 repetitions in total. Nice and controlled on this one.
2 more.
1, and on the last one, going into a pulse. So now on that 45-degree angle, we're going to do 12 little pulses.
10, 11, and 12.
Good. Okay, let's switch it up. Hit that opposite side next. Again, leg stays straight. 0 to 45. And we feel that hip flexor working. Trying our best not to bounce your leg or your foot off the ground in between repetitions. If you need to come down and rest in between, you can do so. Almost there.
2 more.
1, and on that last one, let's hit that pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good. Okay. Moving on to a clam. So we're going to go to our side for the next one. Bringing our feet together, knees are bent. We're going to open those hips up and then close them. And again, we're going through that full range of motion, nice and controlled. This one isn't only good for strengthening, but also good for improving mobility at the same time. And at the top, I want you to make sure you contract and flex those glutes. Again, we're using 12 repetitions with 12 pulses. Nice full range of motion all the way open. Good.
2 more.
And 1 more. And let's hit those pulses. Just a tight little range of motion. Squeezing those glutes up at the top. Good.
12. Next side.
All right. Let's flip opposite side next. Into position. Feet together. And open them up. Again, taking it through that full range of motion. Try your best to control that negative, eccentric, lowering phase. So you're not just letting your leg flap down, right? But instead, you're staying under control throughout. Excellent work. Breathe. Squeeze those glutes up at the top every time. Strong glutes equals strong hips.
And last one right here.
And into the pulse. Let's hit it. Good. Just a short range of motion. Only these ones are kind of awkward. Doesn't take much.
And last one right here.
All right. Turning back over to our opposite side, we're going to do a lateral side leg raise. So again, lying down on our side, this time with legs straight. Now keeping those legs straight, let's get a full range of motion all the way up, all the way down. And again, controlling that lowering phase, not just letting your leg flap down. Feel that stretch in your inner thigh.
Halfway through this one.
Both your abductors and adductors working on this one. Good. Squeeze those glutes up at the top.
And last one right here, guys.
Into the pulse. Let's hit it. 12 reps. Short, little tight pulses. Excellent. Squeeze those glutes up at the top.
10, 11, and 12.
Nice. All right, let's hit that opposite side now. One into the next. You're doing great. Keep it up, everybody. Every rep, we're getting a little closer to where we need to be. Getting a little bit stronger. Putting in the work so that we can enjoy those results. Whatever that may be, from pain relief to just a better ability to perform your day-to-day activities.
Last one right here, guys. And move right into the pulses.
You got it. Let's hit those pulses. Whew, I'm liking this one. My right glute likes it.
8, 9, 10,
11, and 12. Good.
Oh, goodness.
All right, let's turn over onto all fours. We're going to do a donkey kickback. So from all fours, we are going to kick our right heel back. So bring that knee up, kick straight back. Try not to kick the wall behind you like I just did. And then bring it back down to starting position. So up at the top, I want you to straighten that leg, drive that heel back, and in doing so, squeeze your glutes and hamstring up at the top. Again, control that lowering portion of the movement. Don't just let your leg flap down or flail down. Good. Drive back, squeeze that heel up at the top.
2 more. 11, and here's the last one coming up.
Let's hit those pulses now. So now the pulses, it's just little mini kickbacks. Just driving that heel back. Push it back, push it back, push it back. Good.
10, 11, and 12. Let's switch legs.
Opposite side now. Let's do it, guys. Doing great. Again, full range of motion. Driving that heel back. And that'll really help you to contract the right muscles and make sure that your glutes are firing on this one. Try best to bring that leg up until it's about parallel with the rest of your body.
2 more.
Last one. And let's hit those pulses right into it. Good. Doesn't take much on these. Drive it back.
10, 11, and 12.
All right, don't go too far from the same position. We're going to do a fire hydrant next. So let's go ahead and bring that knee up, out into the side, opening your hip up, and back down. So keep that knee bent. Bring that knee straight out to the side. Nice and under control. Again, feeling those glutes work on this one. Try your best not to rotate too much at your hips. Keep your core parallel to the ground. Excellent.
We got 4 more.
Almost there. Full range of motion. The pulses on this one are my favorite.
And last one right here, guys.
Let's hit those pulses. Ooh, this is when it kicks in. It's okay. It's how we know it's working, everybody. Push through.
10, 11, and 12.
Oh, nice. Okay, last side right here. Again, all the way through. That full, complete range of motion. You got it. And breathe. Keep it under control. Think about what brought you here today to begin with, whatever that is, and recognize that you are working towards that goal. Be proud of yourself every day that you wake up and get a little closer to that goal. Good, almost there.
2 more.
11.
And last one right here,
12.
guys.
Into the pulses. Let's hit those pulses. Let's go. Come on, grind them out, guys. Ooh, burns
9,
so good.
10, 11, and your last one right there.
12.
Woo!
All right, nice work. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you like this workout, you've been working out with us for a while and you're starting to see some results, we'd encourage that you please click the link up top and go check out our Patreon page where you can learn how you can support our mission of keeping these great workouts free.
And if you enjoyed the workout with us today, please click the like button. And we also ask that you please click the subscribe button so that way you're notified every time HASfit drops a new workout.
And make sure you check out HASfit.com for hundreds of free workouts, free meal plans, and our free complete fitness programs.
Also, find us on your favorite social media network, whatever that is. We're on Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram.
We're there all day
Did I miss
long.
one?
I don't know. Reach out and connect with us. Again, thank you so much for working out with us today. I'm Coach Kozak.
And I'm Claudia.
And we will see you at your next workout.